This film it's the most symbolic film I've ever seen. This film is an allegory for everything. This film is an allegory for slavery, for the Native American genocide, for Vietnam. The opening scene is pretty much the same opening scene as Platoon. This film actually made me think of Vietnam a lot. Not that I was there, but there's even references to Apocalypse Now, Apocalypse Now, and I even got the feeling that Woody Harrelson was almost channeling Marlon Brando from Apocalypse Now. At least in recent memory, one of the best war films I've seen in a long time. And forget that these are monkeys. This was just a good war film. This film still would have been interesting if they were humans. If you took out that element, this film still would be able to stand on its own. But the fact that you have monkeys actually makes it even more interesting because of what the monkey kind of represents. The monkey is our closest connection, man's closest connection to nature, with our common ancestor that we both evolved from, man and ape. And when you bring those two together, it's not man versus man, it's not man versus nature. It's a little bit of both. It's a new kind of conflict. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be an ape? Is there any difference? And are we going to learn from our history? And what kind of future are we going to shape? These are the questions that this film asks. Just like this review, this film takes itself way too seriously, but it works. It's not like a Fantastic Four, Fan Four Stick that is, a goofy little sci-fi film that takes itself too seriously. This is sci-fi perfection. That it takes itself too seriously because it is serious. Because this is the world we're living in. Except they're using apes to tell the story. Yeah. So where do they go from here? Are they eventually going to get to the Charlton Heston storyline? Like, is that going to happen? Because they did set up some things. No spoilers, and they did allude to some things that do appear later. If you are a fan of the original series, I am. I bought the shirt. I had this shirt a long time ago before James Franco made a movie. I had it. I really hope that this film does go the route and does eventually get to the Charlton Heston storyline, because so far this film is actually, for such a bizarre concept, it's been very grounded, and I want to see how they handle that kind of far-fetched time travel space concept in this world, in this planet. And speaking of, kudos to the director, Matt Reeves. His direction was flawless. I cannot wait to see what he does with Batman. Because, if you can do apes, you can do bats. That's what I always say.
Oh, yeah.
Because, bats are just...
It's pretty similar,
apes,
right?
with wings. They both hang upside down.
Do they?
And these new Planet of the Apes films, they know what they are. And they're staying true to what they are. And they're not changing to please the popcorn eaters. They're here to tell a story. And for a major science fiction franchise like this to do that is really impressive. We're going to go see another movie in a little bit, but as of right now, best film of the year, best actor, Andy Serkis. I don't care if you think it's a computer. It's not. It's a human emoting those emotions.
Definitely Oscar material.
Everything. It was shot beautifully, directed beautifully. I hate to use the word beautiful, but this film was beautiful, and it had action, it had drama, it had moments of comedy. People were LOLing in the theater. They're only getting better, and that's really rare to see from a franchise like this. I hope this inspires other filmmakers to tackle well-known franchises in this fashion. We have not seen this type of filmmaking since Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight, and it's really fitting that Matt Reeves, the director, will be taking on the Batman next. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the future, for the evolution of film. I think this film about monkeys evolving will help the art of cinema evolve, and it will help, the blockbuster summer movie evolve also. So it's a thinking man's dumb movie, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but I'm still gonna say it. What did you think?
I Honestly, I really liked Woody Harrelson's character.
Oh yeah.
He really came across like, you could tell that, his character really believed what he was doing was right. And I mean, his character wears sunglasses at night, so you can't get much cooler than that.
What if you wear them during the day like me?
Lame. Gotta wear them at night.
And yeah, you felt sympathy for
Yeah.
the villain. You
really did.
that the war,
For
war,
everyone, really.
Really, you did, and that's what I think movies are losing nowadays with these huge CGI films. You don't care about the robots exploding. You don't care about them, but you cared about every single monkey. You actually even cared about every human. You're kind of flipping sides. You're on both sides, and you even cared about the monkeys who were betraying the other monkeys because they all had motivation. They were just cool characters. You had a white albino gorilla. You had the trader gorilla. They called their gorilla slaves donkeys, which I guess that's a reference to Donkey Kong.
I thought it was.
I guess so. I mean, unless there's something else that I don't know about. I think I know everything. And then Steve Zahn's character, Steve Zahn, was perfect as this monkey. His voice was perfect.
No?
Well, War of the Planet of the Apes, I give it all my monkeys up.
Yeah.